Good morning. We have arrived in Hilo, and I understand there's something brewing.
Hi, my name is James, and I'd like to welcome you to my layoff journey.
Good morning. We have arrived in Hilo here in Hawaii. We've got an excursion this morning. We're going to be going to the Volcanoes National Park, and it leaves in about an hour. So we're taking this few minutes to make sure that we've got our water and anything else that we might need to pack with us to take over. I'm assuming that there will be some place to buy some gifts for those at the home and for yourself. So join me, and we're going to take a ride over to Volcanoes National Park. You can see it doesn't look as rugged as some of the other islands that we've gone to. Kauai and Maui were much more mountainous than this. So I will take you over, show you what there is to see and do, and you can make plans for your trip in the future. I went ahead and I jumped off the ship about an hour early, I think, before my tour starts. So I thought I'd come out just to get off the ship because we've got a long 4 days back before we reach Ensenada and then to our port. So take every opportunity you can, jump off the ship, just do a little bit of walking around, just looking around it and sightseeing. Not that this is sightseeing, but if you did not get an excursion on the ship, don't worry about it. Don't fret because there is no shortage of gentlemen and ladies that are offering tours to volcanoes and waterfalls and a lot of different things. So again, if you didn't get book an excursion on the ship, don't worry about it. You can jump off and you can find one pretty easily. Price-wise, I don't know, but generally they're a little less expensive. But then you have no guarantee on returning to the ship on time. But that is rarely an issue. I did experience it once, but it was through Carnival, and they waited over an hour late for our shuttle to arrive. So again, we are in Hilo. We're waiting on our excursion in about an hour. We're going to go to the Volcanoes National Park and spend the day. And I invite you to join me and take a look, and maybe you can plan your next trip.
We're headed through, just drive through
So we're
Hilo,
just
as you
taking
guys
off
are
through
scheduled to do today. We're
from
going
the
to drive
port,
through Banya Drive first, and then we're going to go through,
the port of Hilo,
drive through Lily Okalani Garden.
and you
I'll
can see
explain
that
what these things are
it's a
when we get
pretty
there.
industrial port, like most,
We're going to drive through Hilo Town, and then off to the
are
volcano.
generally like that,
I
just to
heard that it's
accommodate
not
large ships.
fountaining, but there is solo.
So we are on our way to the Volcanoes National Park,
All right,
driving through the town of Hilo right now.
you know, I played it. You know, you played it. I'm not God. I'm not Morgan Freeman. But yeah, that was that. Remember.
So as we left the main port area, we drove past all of these banyan trees that were planted by celebrities throughout the years. And they've grown to be really huge. This is a Japanese garden that's right here near the port. It's within walking distance if you just wanted to kind of go for a walk and travel through the town and go by the park, but really pretty area. So as we left the main part of town here, you can see everything just looks like it would in any any town in the U.S. Normal everyday buildings. There's no special architecture, anything like that. If you're away from the tourist areas, you can see schools, your regular office buildings, homes. It's just common everyday sights. So if you believe that once you go there that everything is just going to be perfect and beautiful, it's not really that way. So as we've going to drive out to the national park, we started going through a little bit of residential countryside type. And you can see it's kind of grown up. It's nice and green, but you wouldn't be able to tell that this wasn't Florida, to be honest with you. There's a lot of places that they're not in great shape. They're expensive, but there are a lot of places that are kind of run down, overgrown. So you kind of look past that and enjoy where you're at because there are a lot of places to see. But I would recommend staying in a lot of the tourist areas unless you're on an excursion like this. So we arrived at the Volcanoes National Park here. I didn't quite catch it on the sign, but the fee is it's $30 per carload. So if you happen to rent a car and you were going to go do some other things around the island, um, it is only $30, and I think my excursion was a little greater than 100. So that would save you a little bit of money if you rented a car. All right, we have made it to Volcano National Park. This particular excursion, they have us allotted for 45 minutes. So we're going to take the trail over here to Volcano House and see how we can make our way to see some sights. Okay, and we are up here. We're going walking our way up this way to Volcano House. All right, this is Volcano House. We're going to be looking out here to the craters. The sky cleared up for us a lot. We were looking at just some gray skies. Walking through this way here, we've got a couple of gift shops. Yeah. All right, so finally making our way out the door. So don't expect any kindness. But Mount Kilauea, it's way off in the distance, the main steam vent, but you can see a lot of places where steam or smoke comes up through the ground all around inside that crater. And even some, if you look really closely, up in that grassy area, it even kind of comes up. But yeah, that's the excitement really of being here. The sky right now is beautiful. It held off for a while, but it's really crazy how quickly it can change. Instead of spending a little active a few times a week, where normally there would be some activity once every 6 months. So I guess we're pretty lucky to make it on a day like today. I think I was really lucky to be able to see this at all. It's pretty calm, but it had been causing just a few small bits of activity over the last few months, but it was about to change when all of this started. This was over the last few months that it has been erupting off and on and really drawing a huge crowd. We've also got a couple of gift shops in here that we're going to go ahead and go in here and pick up a little something to take home. They got a little area here that's indoors where you can also look out in the view. So there's a coffee shop and a full restaurant over here. Here is the gift shop. Kind of looking for a t-shirt that's not long sleeve. All right, so we've picked up a few things, a postcard and some magnets for some friends and family. And we will jump in this line and try to get checked out before our bus goes. The interior here in the lobby, and this is again called the Volcano House. It just smells smoky because they run a fire. So you can see over here where there's still hot embers in there in the fireplace. So the smell in here is, well, I don't know. If you like that smell, it's awesome, and I do. Uh, my wife would be in heaven here because it just smells like a campfire. There is another gift area, and this one is not nearly as crowded as the other one, but they have basically the same things. All right, so we're gonna head back down to the bus. That was Mount Kilauea. Let's see if we can catch just one more quick view of it here. Super pretty area. The weather here is really nice. It's probably 75 or so right now. And then right over there, that's the volcano. Yeah, so the clouds have moved in. Here's one of the walking trails that takes you over. But the clouds have moved in, and it's pretty hazy out there now. So we'll see if we can get another little bit of a view here from a different angle. Yeah, there's steam vents.
But we're going to be here for 20 minutes.
Right here, so I'm not sure exactly
right past the
what that is, but I'm guessing that is just places where the heated water comes up from contact with the lava.
To the crater.
So we're going to pull in here and we'll take a look. So here's some steam vents where the steam is coming up from down there. I'm guessing from just the water or runoff or whatever goes down and hits the lava. It's one of them. It's like a sauna.
This is a steam pack. Well, hopefully I can see it because it's getting foggy over there.
So that's another one of the steam vents. So we're gonna walk over. Woo! Oh, the old glasses. My glasses are all fogged up. So we're gonna walk down this way, and we should be able to get another view of the crater. There's a little picture of this sign here, so you can kind of see. All right.
Was it one block, long block? Yeah.
I guess we're here.
The lady said it's a short walk for something pretty cool, so we're definitely gonna do it. So the walk is pretty short to get up here. We can already see where the overlook is. So we'll see how cool this is. Regardless, really neat place to come. If you get the opportunity, do it. Let's see. Steam vents all along the edge over here. Another one of their signs. All the clouds moved in, so with the steam and the clouds, you can't really see it. You can see all of the steam that comes out here along this edge. That's all steam coming from the rocks.
It's all steam just coming off the side. You can see it out here along the roadway. So underneath the ground, it's superheated, so it just forces that steam up through any passage that it can.
All right, well, we made another quick stop here just to kind of take a look. There's some little places here that this is the Kilauea military camp. He said that if you are a veteran or active military, that you can stay in these, which is a pretty darn good service, if you ask me. But very, very nice national park. I think that they've I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. If you've been to many national parks, yeah, if you've been to a national park, this has the feeling of a national park, which is great. I think that it's always very comfortable, a little rugged, but they've got what you need. So it's actually really nice. So it's starting to rain on us again, so we're gonna try to take a little cover here, and I will catch up with you in a minute.
So pulling up into Hilo, it was completely different looking. The other islands, Maui, Oahu, Kauai, looked like anything that you would see on TV or something. Pulling into this one, it seemed relatively flat. One dome basically in the middle, which was the Volcanoes National Park. It's still very, very nice island, a lot of history there. Here is the excursion that I took, so I will put a link to that down in the description, so just in case. So we did see, a little bit of activity at the volcano there, and the weather had changed very, very quickly. You can see how much the clouds and the rain had moved in. It probably wasn't 30 to 40 minutes. This tour, just want to talk about that for a second. This excursion was about $120 to $125. If it was a family, I was by myself. I cruise solo a lot of the time. But if it was a family of 2, 4, I don't know that it would really be worth buying the excursion. I think that you could probably find transportation there or transportation outside of the excursions, because at that point you're talking at least $250 for 2 people. A car rental would have been perfect for this. It's not very far away. It's probably 20, 25 miles away, if that. And it's $30 to get into the park for a carload. So you can kind of weigh the financial differences there. And I don't know. I'm just kind of always trying to find ways that is not just wasteful. There's a lot of things that you can do, get the same experience, and not spend 3 times what you really need to. And I kind of go into some of that on some of my other videos. But regardless of how you get there, very, very nice place to go. And it is a national park. It's kept up very well, and access is really good to a lot of the viewing areas. So our bus driver, get a picture of him because he looked a lot like Morgan Freeman, and that was the big joke on the bus there. Super great driver, very informative. He spoke to us the entire time, as he was the driver and the host. But really good. I would recommend him. So at the end of the day, I got back and walked on down to, there's a general store at the very end of the street. If you come off the ship, go straight down to the end of the street. There's a little general store there with some painting on it. They sell a lot of different things in there, local stuff that's made. I bought this because I thought it sounded good. Coconut, chili pepper, popcorn. How bad can it be? I thought it was going to be great. It was stale and it was greater than $10. So you use your best judgment. I wouldn't buy it again. It tastes okay. Its flavors aren't strong. So to me, I wouldn't recommend it. I won't buy it again if I go there in the future. But totally up to you and whatever your taste may be. But they sold a lot of other things. Next stop is going to be Ensenada. Nice little port. My first time being there. Really pretty. Totally different than Cozumel or Costa Maya. Completely different. So much to see and do there right in the port area. So I will get that video out to you very soon. But for now, I appreciate you coming back to my layoff journey. I appreciate your support. If you get an opportunity, please like and subscribe. It's still a very young channel, and I'm trying to watch it grow and get it to grow a little by little. But again, thanks for coming back to my layoff journey, and I will see you in the next port.